In the previous video, we built the foundation of our workbook by creating well-structured worksheets, Excel tables, and the relationship IDs that link them together. Now it's time to put that structure to work. One of the biggest advantages of a well-designed workbook is that users don't need to search through hundreds of records to find information. Instead, they simply search once and let Excel do the hard work. In this lesson, we'll build a student inquiry screen that retrieves information from several worksheets and displays it on one easy-to-use screen. By the end of the lesson, you'll begin to see how a collection of worksheets can be transformed into a practical information and reporting solution. The business problem. A student has arrived late for class and the teacher needs some information before the lesson begins. He needs to know: is the student in the right class? Who is their guardian? Does the student receive learning support? What has their attendance been like recently? Without a dedicated inquiry screen, someone would need to open several worksheets and search through hundreds of records before finding the answers. Instead, we'll search once and allow Excel to retrieve everything automatically. Designing the student inquiry screen. Before writing any formulas, it's worth asking an important question. What information do users actually need? Rather than displaying every field in the workbook, we only display information that staff regularly ask for. Our student inquiry screen is divided into 4 sections. Student information. This displays student ID, student name, year group, class, status. These details provide a quick overview of the student. We also access to guardian information like relationship and contact details. Although only the guardian ID is stored on the student's worksheet, Excel retrieves the remaining information automatically. Attendance, academic, and financial information. The lower section of the screen brings together information from several worksheets, including attendance history, assessment history, support indicators, outstanding balance, payment history. Instead of searching multiple worksheets, everything is presented on one screen. Building the search. Everything begins with one simple search. The user can search using either ID for student, student name. Searching by name makes the workbook much easier to use because staff rarely remember ID numbers. Once the student has been selected, every other piece of information updates automatically. The main function behind the student inquiry screen is XLOOKUP. Although the function may look intimidating at first, it simply answers one question: find this student and return the information I need in their record. Let's look at one example. Suppose we want to return the student's year group. Here is the XLOOKUP function. Rather than trying to memorize the formula, let's understand what each part does. First argument, lookup value. B4. This is the value we're searching for. In our workbook, cell B4 contains the selected student ID second argument, lookup array. This tells Excel where to search. Excel looks down the student ID column until it finds the student ID it is searched for. Think of this as asking, where can I find this student? Third argument, return array. Once Excel finds the correct student, it stays on the same row and returns the value from the year group column. If the student is in Year 5, Excel returns. Year 5. Notice that Excel does not search the year group column. It searches the student ID column and then returns information from another column on the same row. This is one of the most important concepts to understand when using XLOOKUP. Fourth argument, if not found. Not found. If someone enters an invalid student ID, Excel won't display an error message. Instead, it displays the words not found. This creates a much friendlier experience for the user, applying the same principle. Once you understand one XLOOKUP formula, you've understood them all. Every other XLOOKUP on the student inquiry screen works in exactly the same way. The only thing that changes is the return array. Instead of returning the year group, we might return student name, guardian name, email address, class, status. Each XLOOKUP performs one small task. Together they build a complete inquiry screen. Seeing the bigger picture. At this point, it's useful to switch Excel into formula view. Rather than looking at the results, we can see all of the XLOOKUP formulas together. You'll immediately notice a pattern. Every formula has almost identical structure. The lookup value remains the same. The lookup array remains the same, only the return array changes. This is an excellent example of professional spreadsheet design. Instead of creating one complicated formula, we create several simple formulas that all follow the same logical pattern. Simple formulas are much easier to understand, test, and maintain, bringing multiple worksheets together. OneSearch now retrieves information from several different worksheets: students, guardians, classes, attendance, assessments, payments. Although these worksheets are physically separate, Excel presents them as one complete record. To the user, it feels like they're looking at a single information screen. Good spreadsheet design. One of the most important ideas in this course is that different worksheets have different jobs. The data worksheets are designed for entering information. The Student Enquiry Screen is designed for finding information. The dashboard we'll build next is designed for analyzing information. Keeping those roles separate makes the workbook easier to use and much easier to maintain. In this lesson, we've built our Student Enquiry Screen. We learned how to design a screen around real business requirements, decide what information users actually need, use XLOOKUP to retrieve information automatically, understand each part of an XLOOKUP formula, combine information from multiple worksheets, recognize that professional spreadsheets are built from many simple formulas working together. Although we've only used one main function so far, we've already transformed the workbook. Instead of searching through multiple worksheets, users can retrieve the information they need from a single screen in just a few seconds. In the next lesson, we'll build the principal dashboard, where we'll summarize hundreds of records into meaningful information that helps school leaders monitor attendance, academic performance, and outstanding balances at a glance.
Whether you're looking to improve your own Excel skills or train an entire team, we've built a practical course for real-world Excel users. Our 6-level online program takes learners from beginner to advanced and now includes using Excel with AI, ensuring every skill level is covered. For businesses and universities, we support groups from 3 users to over 1,000. Managers can track progress, monitor results, and see team performance in real time. Course levels include online exams, and learners who achieve 75% receive an automatically generated CPD-certified Excel certificate. Individual and corporate group licenses available. Learn Excel. Work faster.